Now, there is unequivocal proof that the Russian opposition politician Alexei Navalny was poisoned with a Novichok nerve agent. That is the finding of the German government, which says that Mr Navalny was the victim of attempted murder and the world was looking to Russia for answers. Mr Navalny was airlifted to Berlin in a coma after falling ill on a flight last month. His team says he was poisoned on the orders of President Putin, but the Kremlin denies that allegation. Novichok was used to poison the former Russian spy, Sergei Skripal, and his daughter here in the UK back in 2018. Our security correspondent, Gordon Corera, has more details.
Alexei Navalny has been the most prominent opposition figure in Russia, campaigning against corruption. A thorn in the Kremlin's side, he's been arrested and had his offices raided. But soon after being pictured drinking tea at a Siberian airport in August, he fell suddenly and violently ill on a flight to Moscow. Russian doctors said there was no sign of foul play and his blood sugar had simply dropped. But amidst growing pressure, he was airlifted to Berlin, where he remains in a coma. And today Angela Merkel revealed he'd been poisoned with a Novichok nerve agent.
We expect the Russian government to give an explanation. There are now grave questions which only the Russian government can and must answer.
And the Prime Minister said on Twitter tonight, "It's outrageous that a chemical weapon was used against Alexei Navalny. We have seen first-hand the deadly consequences of Novichok in the UK. The Russian government must now explain what happened to Mr Navalny." Novichok is the same type of nerve agent used in Salisbury in 2018. Secretly developed by Moscow in the Cold War, Western intelligence believe it was turned into a tool for assassination and smeared on a door handle belonging to former Russian spy Sergei Skripal, poisoning him and his daughter in Salisbury. They survived, but a local woman, Dawn Sturgis, was killed months later when she picked up a discarded perfume bottle used to transport the agent. The use of such a rare substance was crucial then and now in pointing the finger at the Russian state.
Well, on the face of it, it would appear that they just don't care who knows. This is directly leading to the Russians. They're the only ones who've ever made this stuff. They're the only ones we've ever known who've used it before. And the other thing to consider, it took 18 months to clean up Salisbury. You know, if this stuff is lying around the airport where he was poisoned or his hotel, you know, there's a huge threat to the local population.
Today's revelation strengthens the evidence Alexei Navalny was targeted by the Russian state. The question now is how the international community will respond. Gordon Corera, BBC News.
Well, let's go live to Moscow and talk to our correspondent there, Steve Rosenberg. Steve, we know that there's been a simple denial from the Kremlin, but are these allegations from Germany causing any further ripples?
Not at the moment, Hugh, no. I mean, the reaction from Moscow is pretty much what we've come to expect from here, really. Not guilty. You know, we heard from the Russian Foreign Ministry, which said that Germany had provided no evidence, no facts, that this was an information campaign against Russia. The Kremlin's reaction, poison? What poison? No poison was found in Mr Navalny's body, the Kremlin said, before he was airlifted to Germany. And we hear this kind of thing time and time again here. Whenever Russia is accused by the West of doing something, under Vladimir Putin, the default reaction here is to deny it, to try to confuse, to try to muddy the waters. We saw that with the Skripals in Salisbury. We saw that with accusations of Russian meddling in the US elections, accusations of Russian military intervention in Ukraine. But a denial isn't going to convince Chancellor Merkel or President Macron. But does Russia care? Increasingly, I get the impression that Russia doesn't care what the West thinks about it.
Steve, many thanks again. Steve Rosenberg there for us, our correspondent in Moscow.